And I want to show you some video of what other people were doing as far as shoveling. You know, there was some work to be had out there. You're looking at the live. And these are one of our pieces of video from our Eyewitness 7 reporter in Bellbrook today. So nice to see somebody getting some exercise. That man's getting a lot more than I did. I use the snowblower. I'm too seasoned, too old to be doing it the old-fashioned way.
I was going to say, that's a lot of work because this was a really heavy snow, so that's definitely a good workout. Outside right now, we're seeing, from earlier today, we had temperatures right around freezing, 32 degrees, so everything was trying to melt out there, and you can see the roadways are still wet. As John Bedell mentioned, kind of seems like it just rained. That's what everything is coated with, is water out there right now. So with temperatures dropping lower and lower throughout the overnight hours, that's going to lead to a refreeze that we see. Any places that kind of still have that puddle or just a glaze of moisture on it, that's likely going to be frozen as we go throughout the overnight hours. And it's due to the winds coming out of the north. That's really pushing in that colder air. Now, we kind of have a different factor that we're looking at and paying attention to, because there's a huge difference in temperature around Ohio and Indiana right now. In Dayton specifically, we are picking up both heat and moisture, creating clouds off of Lake Erie. And you can see that plume from Cleveland to Dayton of all of those clouds moving in. Now you kind of say to yourself, well, how big of a difference could that actually make? Well, there were no clouds over Fort Wayne, and they have dropped all the way down to 14 degrees. We sit at 29 degrees here in Dayton, so a huge swing of temperatures, all because the direction of the winds pulling those clouds and that warm lake water air right over top and moving into Dayton here as well. And you can even see in our area, Salina is as low as 21 degrees, and that's for the same reason. They have less cloud cover overhead. They're kind of away from that channel of the heat and moisture from the lake. So as we progress, if we see those clouds and the winds begin to shift away, the clouds leave, we're going to see temperatures dropping towards about 20 degrees overnight tonight. Now, on the flip side, if we keep those winds in the exact direction they are, we might not, in Dayton specifically, fall that low, but I do believe northern counties, and especially off towards the northwest, that's where you're going to see temperatures fairly easily dropping into the teens overnight tonight. Now, Dayton specifically, I think about 20 degrees, but again, it depends on that cloud cover and where exactly that is located. Either way, no matter how you put it, it's going to be a refreeze by tomorrow morning. So any moisture that's on the ground right now will be frozen, and that leads to black ice, and it's very difficult to deal with those kind of situations. Now, as we go into tomorrow, it's a different story. The winds are kind of shifting more towards the north. We lose those clouds that we're producing from Lake Erie, and as we progress throughout the day, we should actually lose the clouds, and at least towards the afternoon, see a decent amount of sunshine. So that's going to help to work to evaporate some of that we've seen, especially with temperatures trying to lift their way up towards about 30 degrees. Now, it's going to be a fairly quiet week out there, just a few chances for some rain and snow showers progressing throughout the week, but the temperature outlook beyond this weekend, much colder. Arctic air is going to be moving in by the time we get into a week from today and shortly thereafter. And we're also tracking the chance for a weekend storm once again. We'll let you know about that coming up here shortly. And we do have updates for you in the morning hours. Kirsty Zontini will be in to make sure you get the latest details for your morning plan.